I'm so pleased to have the opportunity to speak to you today about another story to do with a patient at the University of Alberta Hospital I used to meet on a regular basis. He had to have most of his days 16 to 18 hours a day or whatever because of his breathing. He had to lie on his stomach on his on the bed that he could make that bed roll around and whatnot. The difficulty for him was every day, every night to try to go to sleep. And he said to me, Nancy, can you get me a Bob Ross video? Because he's the only thing that can put me to sleep. And I thought, Bob Ross video? I'm not sure if I could get one for you, but let me just see what it is that happens when you and me are together. And there was something that caught me in everything that that patient said is that Bob Ross he had a program called The Joy of Painting. He was an American painter that from 1983 to 1994, he had this program. So it was on PBS TV channel, US, then CBC, Canada, and then similar channels with Latin America. Now, Bob Ross, first of all, was from the Afro hair culture in the 1960s and 1970s. So Bob had nice face. But the biggest thing, besides his voice and his art instruction, was Bob's afro, big afro hair. And then he wore glasses. And of course, because I'm writing backwards, drawing backwards, his glasses weren't quite as big as this, but I hope this is humorous to see this because it's really funny because I can't see what I'm drawing. I'm looking at the screen just like you. Okay, he was a nice looking man. But the most important thing that I find when I've been with hospital patients many times, and when I've been with children for many years, I always found that talking quietly was more important than trying to raise my voice so that people can hear me. And in actual fact, Bob Ross used to drive me crazy as a highly skilled painter. You wouldn't know it by looking at this though. But, listening to this patient who was in this situation of difficulty in his daily life. So I really want to give credit to this wonderful man who lived from 1942 to 1995. And I think he's one of those legacies who, not until in reflection, we think about Bob Ross, do we understand that when he was talking about painting, he would say, oh, there's this little tree, and then there's this little cabin in the woods. And then I realized that I related to him because his voice was so quiet and calm. And no wonder that's the feeling, the experience that hospital patient got from him was his calmness. So hang on here. So there'd be mountains. But one of his most famous things is that when he would say, Nice little tree up here. And of course, it was painting with a palette knife and oil paint, not a felt pen like this. So this is the continuing of my line stories that are reflections on what's important, what's nourishing for all of us. The sound of a voice, tending to the trauma, or here's a blank page that can become anything we need it to be. But right now it's calm, so it doesn't have chaos. If you close your eyes and listen to a calm voice that takes you into places of calm, what do you see? What comes to your mind? Where is a place that makes you feel calm? A place of beauty in the sense that it opens up how you feel inside, right from through your whole head, down to your shoulders, into your chest, down through your hips, your legs, right down to the tip of your tender toes. Going to those places where it's not a whole bunch of action in front of us, it's just your own space. And everybody has it. It's our imagination or what comes to us. Everybody has a different place they wish to be that feels good. I think Bob Ross kind of used to mention happy place. And in reflection of this story, that's really important to me. How I would like to tend to my stories with you. It's my way. My way is to be tender, soft. And that is actually a strength for each of us to just tenderly tend to our every way in our lives. Thank you.